Hi Keith, it's Miss Sam. How are you? It is Wednesday afternoon. We have entered a new month, September. And I am so sorry. I am just now sending you another story. Last week I actually got really sick, and I was sick all weekend, and I finally got in touch with your mom about making sure you got my last story. And now that I am better, I am able to come back, and I will send you several stories a week, whether it be 2, 3, maybe 4. Probably not one every day, but I'll definitely make sure I send you at least 3, maybe 4, depending on the length of the videos. And excuse me, while I drink my hot tea, I've still got a bit of a sore throat. So, again, it is Wednesday. We have made it halfway through the week. We had Labor Day this week, where we celebrated everybody that works, and a lot of people had a day off. They either go to the lake or do cookout. I myself continued to get some rest, and we took my daughter to my mom's pool for a couple of hours, and she loves to swim. So that was fun. And then, of course, we started back school on Tuesday and had school today. So we have 2 more days, and we will be back in the weekend. So happy Wednesday. And some people call Wednesday hump day. Happy hump day. And today, I have a story. Actually, let's do, I've got a book by Dr. Seuss. And Dr. Seuss is a very well-known author. And an author is somebody who writes the book, who creates the words in the book, and they also have illustrators who do the pictures in books. So you have an author who writes the words, and then the illustrator who does the pictures. And if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Seuss does both. He writes his book and does his illustrations. Yes, I think that is correct. So today I'm reading one of my favorite Dr. Seuss books, and Dr. Seuss, again, is a well-known author, a well-known book writer, illustrator, who writes and illustrates his own books. He's very popular, and he has written a lot of books, but one thing he is known for is all of his books rhyme. And rhyming simply means that throughout the book, there's like a beat, almost like a song, and at the end of every line, it sounds like the last line. So like go and no, those are rhyming words. Or hat and cat, or wall and ball. So those are rhyming words. That's what rhyming means, in case you didn't know. And so Dr. Seuss is well known for rhyming in all of his books. And today, we're going to read one of his most famous books, and it's called Oh, the Places You'll Go. And the reason I really like this book is because it's all about making sure that we explore the world, and that we, support each other, but also support our friends, our family. Me as a teacher, support my students in all the places that they will go, in every situation and every circumstance. And it is a very cute book with very fun illustrations. So, it's called Oh, the Places You'll Go. And there's like a balloon, and it's taking him off into the world. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. So it's a good book for like graduation or, you know, if somebody's going off to college or moving away, whatever it may be. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go. So he's in a big town with lots of different ways to turn. And Dr. Seuss says you will make that decision on which way you will go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some, you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not-so-good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. So we definitely want to make sure we make good choices and not bad choices. It's open out there in the wide open air. That would confuse me if I was there. If I was in a big maze like that, I don't know what I would do. Out there, things can happen and frequently do. And people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry. Don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. So don't worry, be happy. Everything's under control. Just follow your heart. Oh, the places you'll go. And that's just a crazy room. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. So there's that first page where he's on a balloon. Looks like he's headed up to like a castle. Like, have you ever been to a castle? I've never been to a castle. You won't lag behind because you'll always have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true. The bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in a lurch. So sometimes we get a little hung up, whether it be we make a mistake, we do something wrong, or maybe we're just supposed to stay there for a little while. You'll come down from the lurch when an unpleasant bump, and then chances are you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. So, for example, if we make a mistake, we might be in a slump for a little while. But that's okay, because getting out of that mistake is not always easy. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare stay out? Do you dare go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right? Or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go back and sneak in from behind? Simple, it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. So there's no book that writes which way to go. Sometimes you just have to figure it out. You can get so confused that you'll start into race. down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace, and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place, the waiting place. And sometimes we just have to wait. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting for a yes or no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting, perhaps, for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. Sometimes in life, you just have to wait on the right moment. You have to wait for the right time and the right place to do certain things, and that's okay. Patience is important. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. With banner flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky, ready because you're that kind of guy. Are you that kind of guy, Keith? Just keep going, just keep swimming. Swimming, swimming, swimming. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame! You'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole world watching you win on TV. So now it looks like he's doing some kind of game. And he's on TV. And it looks like he's winning. What kind of games do you like to play? I'm not very good at games, but I love playing games. We love playing games in my classroom. We play games a lot in my classroom. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone will be something. You'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon. They can scare you so much you won't want to go on. So sometimes we're going to get scared. Sometimes we're not going to want to move on. And just remember, this book isn't literal. This is talking about things that happen in life. So if we go back a page, you're not always going to win. And if we go back another page, sometimes you are going to win. And if we go back to the page we're on, sometimes we are going to run into things that scare us. But let's see what Dr. Seuss says. But on you will go through the weather, though the weather be foul. On you will go though your enemies prowl. On you will go though the Haken cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. So you're going to encounter some scary things, but Dr. Seuss says, on you must go. On you must go. Only way through a hard time is to just keep moving forward. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far and face up to your problems, whatever they are. So whatever problems you're facing, Dr. Seuss says, you've got this. You have to face them. You can't ignore them because they'll always come back. You'll get mixed up, of course, and you already know you'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. So although you may encounter some odd things, some difficult things, don't get confused. Stay true to yourself. And you will succeed. Yes, you, Keith, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Keith, you will move mountains. There you are, moving mountains. Because you're strong and brave and you know how to push through. So, be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Keith, your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Such a good book. So, although this book talks about silly things like, you know, having a bad day or running into, you know, scary things, or let's see, being on TV and playing alone and all these things. You know, sometimes life, this page says, is unpleasant, and sometimes, you know, you're going to feel alone, and sometimes you're going to face problems, and sometimes it's just a waiting game. Sometimes you just have to wait till the right moment. Dr. Seuss says in the end that you will get there, that you have to stay true to yourself. Sometimes you have to push through. Sometimes you have to try harder. Sometimes you have to push a little harder. And sometimes you just have to wait. But you will get there, and you will be blessed at the end of it. And he just says, you know, you got to get on your way because your mountain is waiting. So I really like this book. Again, it's for people who, a lot of people give this book as a gift when they have graduates or when they have somebody go into a new place, and maybe there's some anxiety there or some nervousness, or they're just scared. This is always a good book to read, and a reminder for even me when I read this book every once in a while, that you just have to push through. Maybe you're having a hard day, or maybe you're sick like me, or whatever it may be. Just push through, and there will always be a good ending. I hope that you enjoyed it. This is, again, one of my favorite stories. I know the last story I read was also one of my favorite stories. And it is definitely one to remember. So, leave it with that. I hope that I am able to get back on tomorrow. And I've got several books that Miss Marjo has picked out for you, for me to read. And we'll go from there. Have a good day. Bye.